All right, let's talk about something we're all told not to do, swearing. But what if I told you that hidden inside those taboo words is a secret, measurable power? Stick with me, because the science on this is absolutely fascinating.
You know, ever since we were kids, we're taught that swearing is just, well, a bad habit. It's rude, it's lazy, it means you don't have enough good words to use. For basically forever, this has been the thinking, that these words are just hot air with no real purpose.
But what if that entire idea is just wrong? What if a few choice words could actually make you physically stronger? I know, it sounds completely out there, but the science is actually starting to back this up in a big way.
Get this. A 2018 study had people do a grip strength test, and when they swore while they did it, their strength went up by an average of 8%. 8%! That's not nothing. Suddenly, we're not talking about a bad habit anymore. We're talking about a potential performance enhancer.
So, how in the world does this actually work? Let's dive in and really debunk this old myth. We're going to look at how science has totally redefined profanity, showing this incredible link between language, our brains, and what our bodies can do.
So yeah, this is way more than just letting off steam. Science now sees profanity as a real ergogenic aid. Now, that's a fancy term, but all it really means is it's a performance booster. The bottom line, swearing can be a tool that actively improves what you can physically do.
To really get it, researchers have broken it down into 4 interconnected parts, or pillars. Think of it like a domino effect. It starts with a spark in your brain, which triggers a response in your body, which causes a shift in your mind, and it all depends on how you use it. So let's start with that first spark, in the brain.
Okay, pillar number 1, neurological arousal. The whole thing kicks off with this really powerful, almost primal reaction that happens deep inside your brain the second you let a swear word fly.
And it all boils down to our good old fight-or-flight response. See, swear words aren't stored with regular language. They live in the limbic system, the emotional, ancient part of our brain. So when you use one, it's like you're ringing an alarm bell that triggers this deep-seated survival circuit.
And as soon as that alarm bell goes off, bam, your body just goes into overdrive. Adrenaline starts pumping, your heart rate shoots up, your blood pressure rises, your muscles are literally getting prepped and ready for action. Your body thinks it's time to fight. All right, so that brings us to our second pillar. Let's look at how all that brain chemistry actually changes what's happening in your body. This is where it gets really practical. Okay, this might be one of the wildest parts. Swearing can literally make you feel less pain. The official term for it is profanity-induced hypoalgesia. It's like a natural painkiller, and it lets you push through that feeling of discomfort that would normally make you back off.
And that pain-killing effect, it has a direct impact on your strength. In some experiments, people saw a 4 to 8% gain in pure force. How? Well, by turning down the pain signals, your brain is freed up to recruit more muscle fibers and just go for it.
So our third pillar is all psychological. It's about what happens in your head. And this chart lays it out perfectly. Normally, you're in control. You're aware of social rules. But when you swear, that self-inhibition just drops. You're less focused on pain. And a little bit of controlled aggression actually helps you focus.
This whole idea is called the distraction hypothesis. And it makes perfect sense, right? The little shock you get from breaking a social rule is powerful enough to pull your attention away from that inner voice that's screaming, "I'm tired," or "This hurts."
Okay, so we've got the brain, the body, and the mind. Let's bring it all home with our final pillar, application. Because it turns out, how, when, and who does the swearing? Well, that changes everything.
This chart right here is so important. It shows that in these experiments, yelling a neutral word, like table, did absolutely nothing for strength. 0. The power comes specifically from the emotional weight, the taboo feeling of a swear word. That's what it takes to ring that alarm bell in your brain. But, and this is a big but, the effect isn't the same for everybody. The context really matters. People who swear all the time, they actually get less of a boost, probably because the words have lost their shock value for them. Some studies also hint that the pain-killing effect might be a bit stronger in men. And finally, repeating the words seems to keep the benefits going longer than just one short burst.
So where can you actually use this? The list is pretty cool. It's great for athletes doing things that need a quick burst of power, like weightlifting or sprinting. It could even help people in physical therapy get through a tough session. And yeah, it could even be the secret weapon you need to finally open that stupidly tight jar in your kitchen. If you walk away with just one thing today, let it be this.
It's not the word itself that has the power, it's the emotion behind it. Swearing works because it's a cheat code to tap directly into your brain's ancient alarm system, a system that was built for pure survival.
So to wrap it all up, first, swearing is more than just a bad habit. You can think of it as a psychophysiological tool. Second, it hijacks your fight or flight response to give you a very real boost in strength and pain tolerance. And finally, this effect is totally real, but you have to have the right context and the right emotion to really unlock it.
Which leaves us with one final thought. I mean, when you think about all the money people spend on supplements and fancy gym gear, could it be that one of the simplest and cheapest performance enhancers out there has been right on the tip of your tongue this whole time?